Morning, Dom.
How you doing, man? Sorry, music was glitching on me. Now it's
No,
off.
good fade out. It worked. You got two new haircuts. You did it.
Yeah, look at that, man. Looking sharp. I lost a lot of weight this weekend on my head. And
How long did your haircut take?
mm, well, I do it nice and slow. So I shaved my face um Saturday morning, but I shaved it into like a mustache, and I rocked the mustache for 24 hours. Um, just enough to really get my wife excited for this haircut. And then Sunday, I shaved the rest of my face off. And then I shaved my head. I like to shave it into a mohawk first and then just kind of rock a mohawk for a little bit,
Hmm.
and kind of have this thought of like, could I just go to work with a mohawk for a little bit, and what will my fans or my clients think? And then I took it all down. So it's a long process, but I just do it myself in the bathroom, so it's not like a doesn't take long.
I would uh I would go at least one day with the mohawk.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have
Just
just done that on Saturday too. Just enjoyed that for the night.
so the haircut that I got, same haircut I've been getting past 3 times. I really like my barber. His name's
Mm,
Ryan.
mhm.
He's in town. Uh, it is like an old. It feels very old school barberish.
Yeah.
Um, like 3 seats. He always asks if I want a drink before we get started, because he has like a little mini bar. I'm not
Okay.
saying the name because I don't know if that's legal, but I think it's like an awesome. I think it's generally geared towards men, even though they do like blowouts and stuff for women. Two really great guys. It's definitely like this week turning 45 in 2 days. I'm very thankful that I found a barber. That seems like
Yeah.
a very middle-aged thing to do, is to find a regular person you go to get your hair done, that you can go in and you say the usual
Yes. Yep.
and they know what you're talking about. Good
Yep.
morning, Plush.
Yeah, I agree. I
Good
agree.
morning, Dylan. Dylan, we'd love to see that cut.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dr.
I
Steve.
have the same thing. I have a good barber out here. But it's a lot. Like the last time I was in the chair, I actually fell asleep because it's a long, because he does the head and the beard. Um,
Thank you, Plush.
yeah, and then it you gotta Jay, you look lovely, and I gotta what the holy.
You look different.
Hmm. I look younger a little bit, and then my head looks smaller. Like I can't remember what I was doing the other day. I put some shirt on or some like a hoodie on, and I'm like, hey, where'd my head go? There's just uh there's just less up here is all.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like
very
this is
different.
something I feel like this is something that I would have done much earlier, but I think next time I go for a haircut, I usually let it go a lot longer. I
Yeah.
usually get like my cutoff is when I have to spend more than like 2 minutes fixing my hair. Then I'm like, okay, time for a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
next time I'm going to have my girls choose a haircut for me.
Ooh.
This is a little puffy in the morning because I did wash my hair yesterday. It gets kind of puffy, but normally what my daughters asked me before I went to the barber was, "Are you getting the haircut that looks like Uncle Ryan?" And I
Oh, okay.
said, "Yes, I'm getting that again. Do you like that?" And they're like, "Yes, we like that."
They like the
So
Uncle Ryan.
yeah,
Man, Uncle Ryan's like God mode in your house. Like, Dad,
Yeah,
why aren't you
he
gonna
is.
have abs like Uncle Ryan? And can you get your hair done like Uncle Ryan? Uncle Ryan's
Yeah,
haircut is, but Uncle Ryan's haircut is really simple though, isn't it? Just put a hat on.
I think usually it is. Yeah, he flashes it once in a while. Maybe he'll just jump on right now and show us his haircut. I guess. Um,
Maybe.
but
Who
yeah,
knows?
I'm psyched for this week. I'm not dreading 45 at all. I thought I
Good.
would about 10 years ago.
Did you get a party all planned?
No, I'm keeping it easy. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think this is going to be a week where I'm feeling today. I'm feeling like I want to kind of for my birthday. I'm feeling very open hearted and might even want to give people some things or gratitudes or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit different than birthdays have been. We'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Well,
In the
thank you for the
morning,
last 45 years.
well, yeah, thank you're welcome, and thank you as well. Um, we got a date night this weekend, so that's my gratitude for today. It was good.
Okay.
It was lighthearted. I didn't go into this date night with like conversational topics that I've been because I always felt like I was or we were playing catch up on our relationship
Mm-hmm.
outside of like taking care of kids. So it was good. I enjoyed it.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We had Friendsgiving on Saturday and I drank too much and I had the worst headache ever all day yesterday. Like sun up, 8 a.m. until all the way when I went to bed at 8:30. I tried everything imaginable to get that thing to go away, and it would go away for a minute or two. Like I ate, like I worked out, I went in the jacuzzi, I drank more. Like I'm like, maybe I'll just, because all that stuff wasn't working. So I'm like, all right, come back to me, Mr. Tito's. Come back to me, IPA. Let's see if you work. So I drank some more. That didn't work. It worked for a minute. I had the recommended maximum dosage of Advil, both at one time and throughout the entire day. And when I went to bed, it was ringing so hard that I was like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. So I went upstairs and cracked open the leftover pills from the heavy dental work that my wife had done. We have a couple saved, and
Hmm.
that did the trick. That knocked my ass out, and it's gone. I that was one of those reminders of like maybe I shouldn't drink that much.
Yeah. Yes. You always need the reminder.
God, that
Um,
sucked so bad.
I had a nice little headache from two drinks, and that is how I know how old I am.
Other
Because
than the counter on the screen, yes.
yeah, um, so I've never been a fan of the like hair of the dog where you just have what you had the night before to get rid of it. That sounds disgusting to me. But neck exercises, not just like stretching, but like actually like applying weight to whatever neck
Mm,
exercise, that seems to help the most because it just seems to like move the bad blood out of my head and replace it.
yeah. That was the other thing. I went to bed with an ice pack on my head.
Old
I
school.
would just try, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. 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 We got it done.
Yeah.
But another week and we're off to the races. Yesterday, did you see bloodletting is in the now? Did you see we missed the page about painting? There's a reference to painters. And we didn't show up
Uh,
yesterday.
I did. I read
Winston
it,
Churchill.
but I
Hmm.
went. Oh yeah. I skimmed this yesterday. Artistic hobbies can do that for you. And I think
It's
I
about
meant to write a
slowing. It's
note
about
on
slowing down and seeing, seeing the nuance in
Seeing,
life,
yeah,
the little
seeing the
things.
details. Let's
Yeah.
combine yesterday's and today's. I really enjoyed yesterday's and today's. Very topical, and I do want to dive into it. But yeah, so kids, noticing the small details, that also ties into Saturday, where having young kids definitely helps you notice the things that you overlook every day because of your experience.
Yeah.
I put this out on my LinkedIn today. Ryan's LinkedIn has gone kaput on here because he did not enter re-enter his information. So if we have any LinkedIn people that I
Oh,
rarely check,
interesting.
this is Daily Dads. This is my friend Dom. I'm Jason. And every day we have a discussion on a page from Ryan Holiday's Daily Dads. So if you're here, that's what the heck we're on the screen for. And we meet every morning. We've been going for about 9 days, 10, 11 days straight. Normally it's just Monday through Thursday, but here we are.
No, we
Except
missed
for
yesterday.
yesterday when we both had middle-age hangovers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, so yesterday's slowing down, seeing the details. I got some great painting in this weekend with a new client. A lot of detail work. Um, and tying into today's is all about the kids seeing you, what you do and what you're passionate about. One of
Hmm.
the things that I do is I have a studio space down here that at this point, Hazel, my 6-year-old, mostly comes down just to see what I'm doing. And like I have her paints out, and every time I come down to set up, as soon like I'm in the mindset, I'm ready to get going, and she comes down, and she's like, "Can I paint too?" And there's always like a split second of like, I just want to focus. I gotta focus. But then I'm like, nope, I gotta do it because how many more times is she gonna ask to join me?
Yeah.
So I always set her up, and then my time more often than not is like I'm on my thing for a minute, and then I'm helping her for a few more, you know,
Yep.
until she
Yep.
can
Yep.
get
Yep.
her little workflow down. So yeah, I guess it's that. So the things, and I have some notes here too. We'll get into it later. But yeah, this is all about like what do you want the kids to see you doing? What is your element that you want the kids to experience you doing? What is yours? Because I also asked Kristen this too.
What is my element?
And
So I
same for
took
the
this a little bit. I took
as
this a
well.
little bit more as job and career. So I was kind of going along the lines of like construction and stuff like that. So back when we lived close, I used to, involve the kids a little bit more. Nowadays, it gets a little more difficult. During the summer and during like winter breaks and Thanksgiving breaks, I can bring them out here with me, but uh it's tough. Like it's the same thing like you said, like their their willingness to come, but their want to do other stuff as opposed to go to work with dad and be entertained in the car while I have a meeting, or be entertained on a job site that is maybe not necessarily safe while I have to do something, versus dad, can we go to the beach? Can we go to breakfast? When can we go to grandma's house? Like those kind of things. So it's tough to do. I am getting better about trying to, when I come home, let them know like little stories from my day so that they,
Mhm.
feel included in what I do, and, understand that I am doing something while I'm out there, and maybe find find a little joy and
Sorry,
and
sorry. Keep going. I'm trying to find the right
Jason's
asset
finding
that Ryan
Jason's
has
finding the
put in
back
there.
end.
There we go. My
Yeah.
daily dad's community couch. There we go.
You want to ask the audience for some stories?
Did you finish yours? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Somewhat. Somewhat. I don't know where I was going with it. It's just more along the lines of I'm trying, I'm working on it. I only have so many moments in the day. I only have so much of their interest. Um, and they can be hard to read at times when especially when you're talking about yourself. Like if it doesn't interest them, then they're like, yeah, 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 dad. Yeah, 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 dad. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. So like I was telling Bailey about, I think I had showed you guys, like I had devised a little plan to get Bailey to start reading the books, like these stoicism books of Ryan Holiday's, because I think it's very good reading, like very well thought out, very easy to read, very easy to digest. Like as far as like an initial point into a reading journal journey, it
Hmm.
was a good one for me. So I with ChatGPT, I devised this little plan and I presented it to her and I'm talking her through all of it and I'm watching her read the one sheet that I made and I'm just like not getting anything any feedback from her whatsoever. Like their poker face when I'm talking is amazing. And it's just because I don't know. Half the time I just don't think they're paying attention. I'm just their dad.
It's probably they're probably, I mean, yeah, they're probably zoned out. But we've talked a lot about like those planting seeds of things, and
Hmm.
like the words, they're probably catching like a few words here and there of whatever it is you're doing.
Tickle
And
torture
then
breaks through. Yes.
yeah.
Scuba's back. Hi,
Sorry,
Scuba.
my brain just went to Mars for a second. I'm putting the question in the chat. There we go. For the couch, what is something your kid picked up from watching you? Ideally, a moment when you're in your element. So it might be work, it might be a sport, it might be working out, it might be something at home, it might be cooking, it might be reading, it might be journaling. Um, for me, it's I would say currently it's probably down here in the studio because each kid, like my older kids, they've kind of gotten to their own thing, but they've all gone through their cycle of like working with dad in his space.
Hmm.
Um, and I'd say like Kira started, I would say she's least likely to come down and continue doing it. Junie has like she's asked for like sketchbooks and nice pencils, and like she's got awesome skills uh, of observation. Like we went out for a hike last year, and she sat down. I brought coloring pencils and a book, and she drew a tree, like a really
Nice.
detailed tree. Um, and then Hazel is drawing foxes and unicorns. Like I'll just draw like I'll trace one for her, and that's where she's at. And then she
Yeah.
paints. So it's like a 5 minute setup, and then she works for like 3.5 minutes and says she's done. But
Hmm.
it's regular. So I would say that fitness. I would say the kids are. It's definitely like in their mind because they'll. This past weekend, they both in separate conversations they reference like their uh their athleticism, like not bragging, but like they're recognizing that they're good at something, which
Yeah.
I'm happy about. What do we got here? We
I
got
think,
P Philly sports.
yeah. I would say if I had to reference anything, mine would be all three kids, my undying love and addiction and nothing else matters of video games. Like we will play video games all weekend long and then be like, "Oh yeah, there's an outside world."
Yeah, that has also come in as well, mostly through Roblox.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
that's just
can't
like
get mad.
that's just the game. Like I try to explain it to people that don't know what it is. That's just the Nintendo of our kids' time. That's all. Like
Yeah,
it was the same thing for me when I was younger. It was just Nintendo and Sega and PlayStation and then Xbox. And right now, it's Roblox.
yeah. I don't know why I get annoyed at it. It's like my parents did the same thing to me. It's like, why are you
Hmm.
playing this so long?
Yeah.
And yeah, escapism for sure.
Yep.
Ryan is here sketching as Mills picked up from me after lunchbox notes. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Ryan got really good at like doing those really quick but very well done lunchbox sketches. And
Yeah.
sourdough. Yeah. Making the dough.
I thought it was pretty impressive. Like when he did those, I
Yeah.
loved them. I was on a mission at one point to like screenshot and save them all, but I think on purpose slash maybe not, he doesn't always center them in the frame like you know this way and that way, so it's hard to get like a nice crop of it without some you know a sandwich behind it or some apples. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of cool though that I still have that lunch in the background. And then I stopped doing that, or the algorithm just stopped sending his stuff to me. I don't know.
He
Get this couch off my head.
did he ever I'm like I'm talking and trying
It's
to
so
manage
complicated.
this chat. I thought I could do it better. Um, but the follow up to this, and I wrote down the follow up is like, what is something you picked up from your parents? And how that kind of plays into what you do today. Like woodworking and like garage work is something I picked up from my dad, and that's what he
Mm,
picked up from his dad. I'm not building cabinets or anything, but like just the ability to make things out of wood quickly that has a function is
yeah.
something I picked up. And then my mom is like crafty, artistically minded. Definitely picked that up from her for sure. Starting projects and not finishing them because something else gained my interest more. Those things for sure. Do you remember the Wonder Years? Were you a watcher of the Wonder Years?
I
The
don't
show.
think so.
The show. I don't know if this is aging me right now, but we grew up watching one of the shows that we watched most of the time was the Wonder Years with
Hmm.
Fred Savage. He was the kid. Uh, Dan, I forget the guy's name, but the guy who played Marv in Home Alone, he was the narrator.
Okay.
Um, MP, problem solving. Dad always taught me there is a solution to every problem and not just to throw your hands up and defeat, but to dive deep and figure out a solution.
Nice.
Ryan was there. Yeah, Ryan was there when I was a kid. He saw the show. But there's so like the dad, for the most part, throughout the entire show, he's like strong, stoic, man of few words, always seems to be angry or concerned or annoyed.
Hmm.
And in his kid's head, like he's his hero. And he went to the one episode focused on him going to like a bring your kid to work day. And the point of the show was that he saw his dad in his middle manager role. Like it wasn't like some noble profession. He was like a middleman for I think a construction company, but he was basically like a yes man, and he was taking these commands, and he was very subservient, and it totally changed the outlook of his dad because of this role that he saw him in. That was one of the episodes that kind of stuck with me because the time that I saw my dad, he was also a teacher, but the first time I saw my dad in the teaching role, teaching in the classroom
Hmm.
was kind of wild because me and Ryan, we had to go to school with him at the end of our school year because we ended a week earlier. So we got to see dad with his kids, which were the rough kids. Like he was in the
Oh
rough
yeah.
school, but he was like, my dad was a cool cucumber, calm as a cupcake. So he did really well at this school, and like the kids really liked him. But seeing like what my first experience in his school was seeing a kid headlocked and figure forward out of a room because he was throwing desks or something. And I was like, whoa. And I don't remember if my dad was yelling, but it was like just a grown man just walked into the room and wrestled a kid out of the room. And I was like, what is this place? Is this a school?
Yeah. Nice.
Ryan might be able to
add more context.
Yeah. He was
Dude,
there.
you just like rang through like the forgotten new favorite game that Brian and I were talking about, where we name a trait like calmness, and you try to pair it with a V-Friends character, and you went with calm cupcake. It was close. It's the calm clam.
Oh, I was gonna say caterpillar.
You were so close. The calm caterpillar.
Yeah. So then my thought after that was, well, what? Because Kira had me for a teacher for her first time last year. I'm like, I wonder what her thought on that was, because like there were a few times that I had to get like fairly stern with some kids.
Yeah.
Probably in a way that she's never seen me, and I'm wondering, like, is it weird for her to be with her friends and her dad in a classroom?
You should have like made a deal with some kid and his parents to be like, hey, on day one, can I just throw your kid out of the classroom and just tear into him on the outside, just to, because my daughter's going to be there, and I think that'll be funny. Like, but yeah, do it like totally WWF style, where you like take a chair and you like, no.
Throw it. Ryan says, you were an asshole. Yeah, I was kind of a dick, probably as an older brother early on. I think I was. I probably was. Sorry, Ryan. Sorry.
No, but like, this is what I'm saying here. Like, your daughter gets into the school, so you just like take, the tallest, cutest looking kid, and you just wrap him up in a headlock, and you're like, no one touches my daughter.
Stare at this kid that she says she's.
But just as a joke, just to make her cringe, like deep down,
Yeah, like let go
deep
and just
in her bones.
kidding,
Where she's
bro.
like, Mom, we need to move.
Can I transfer out of this class? I love you, but can I transfer out of your class, please?
Can I go live with Uncle Ryan?
Yeah. I asked Kristen this question last night too, before bed, and hers was a good one. The girls got to see us finally play soccer together. Like actually doing something that we used to do. And that was
such a cute family.
It was short-lived, because like I think 3 games in is when Kira and Junie, they were like, we kind of rather stay home, because it was always like Friday afternoon. So I think they saw us for like 4 games. So it was good 4 games of seeing us cooking as a couple. I think they saw us score once, I guess.
Nice. That's awesome.
So ask Amy. What's Amy's question on that?
Which question?
Sorry. Ask Amy what her element is that she likes or she wants the girls to see her in.
Gotcha.
Or the 2 girls and your boy. Good question for your partner. Woo.
Damn.
That's my 7 o'clock timer. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, we all did.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good day. Have a good day.
We'll do.
We good here? We good here? How's everybody else looking? Yeah. All good, man. Thank you, chat. Appreciate you guys. Happy Monday. Go ask those questions to your wife, spouse, and children, and promptly DM Jason the answer. And we will see you back here tomorrow, where we can go through all of those answers. Jason will read every single DM live tomorrow.
Send us pictures too. We'll even do a little slideshow if you want.
Thank you.
Sun's in my eyes.
Shave their heads.
Time to go.
All right. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.